So by now you've most likely heard about the new LUMIX L10. It is a micro four thirds sensor in a compact camera. It has a fixed lens. In other words, you can't interchange this lens. However, it is a zoom lens that goes from 24 to 75 millimeters. F-stop is 1.7 at 24 millimeters and 2.8 at 75 millimeters. Yes, I was invited to Osaka for the launch of the LUMIX L10. But no, I did not sell my soul. I had a wonderful time. And I'm so grateful for LUMIX for this opportunity to not only test this camera, but to experience Japan, Osaka, Kyoto, and all the wonderful people that they work with. So thank you. I want to say that right up front. Thank you, LUMIX. This video is the first in a mini-series about the LUMIX L10, but first, clicky f-stops. Now this is a photographer-centric camera, so it is for photography, but it does have many video features. But one of the things for video which is missing is IBIS, so in-body image stabilization. For photos, it doesn't really matter. You will not notice that unless you're hand-holding a 2-second photo. But for video, you will notice a little jumping when you're walking. What else do I like about it? Well, it has the usual suspects, a flippy screen, and it does have a large battery, similar to, well, exactly like the G9 Mark II and the GH7, the S9, and the S1 Mark II, all the S cameras that I've been using. So it has a nice big battery, which makes it have a wider profile than what you might be expecting of a small, compact micro four thirds camera. But having said that, for me, it's small enough. Sometimes cameras can get too small, and without IBIS, it is sometimes hard to hold them still. But this camera has good, solid feel to it. I got the titanium gold edition, which costs about $100 more, I believe. And I also got it with some accessories from SmallRig, so an extra wide grip, which you don't really need, and a little thumb rest on the top, which slides into the hot shoe. Speaking of hot shoes, yes, it has a hot shoe. Now, some of the people that I was in Osaka with purchased tiny little flashes to go in the hot shoe to give that really current, trending, flash-in-the-face look to their photos. Now, I've got a couple of these little flashes from Godox already, so I will definitely be using them with this. What else? It has a separate photo button, a video button, and an S and Q button. Also one of the features I love about LUMIX cameras. It can do live view composite because it has a mechanical shutter as well as an electronic shutter. So yes, you'll still be able to do those lovely live view composites, light painting, and all the fun stuff that us photographers like to play with on our LUMIX cameras. It has an audio input jack. Where did it go? There it is. Where is it? Oh yes, here it is. Audio input jack on one of these side panels here. But it does not have audio monitoring. But like I said, this is not for videographers. This is mainly for photographers. Maybe you're hybrid and you occasionally like to shoot a little video clip. However, it does work with the new DMW S1 microphone that slips into the hot shoe. So this is probably what we all wanted the S9 to be, just a little more photocentric with a hot shoe. And I think that would have made all the S9 users really happy, as well as, oh yeah, the viewfinder. It has a viewfinder. So no more complaints, please. There's the small micro four thirds camera you've been waiting for. So I don't want to hear any complaints. Here's the camera with the SmallRig hand grip on it, the extra grip, and included in the grip is the Arca Swiss plate, so it attaches easily to a tripod. I also have the lens cap on here. Now the lens cap, when you turn on the camera, it opens up. So this way you won't lose your lens cap because, well, I don't know about you, but I tend to drop lens caps quite frequently. Now it has a zoom switch on the top, and you can zoom in and zoom out. So that goes down to 24 millimeters, and zoomed out it is 75. So you can see sort of like how large it is when the zoom of the lens is extended. Another accessory is the thumb grip, and that fits right into the hot shoe. So you take the hot shoe cover off, and you can put that in, slide that in, and I will tilt the camera forward so you can see it. At first I thought it would stick out too much and hit me in the hips when I'm holding the camera on a longer strap, on a neck strap, but it is actually very comfortable and kind of gives you the feel of a film camera, film advance lever. It's kind of what it feels like. There's a side switch here for manual focus, autofocus, and macro. So I'm like not very far away. Here, I'll do it this way so you can see a bit better. Okay, so I am still in focus, still in focus. Wow, like that's pretty close, and I'm still in focus. Amazing. Yes. So the macro is super close. To the focal plane, it's probably about 4 inches, but to the end of the lens, it's just like an inch or so, which is quite incredible, actually. Anyhow, lovely to have a macro capabilities on this as well. And I don't know if you remember, if you've got the G100, you know that with the kit lens that it comes with, it's really weird shooting manual focus, but this actually does have a focus ring, and I'll just tilt it down here so you can see, so you can manually focus, and it has a scale as well on the menu. So that's really handy, and it's not super loose, which I kind of like. It's kind of got a good feel to it, the manual focus. The back of the camera has the D-pad wheel that we, well, maybe love or hate. It kind of has the controls of the point-and-shoot LUMIX cameras and the G100. It has a LUT button, which is very handy, AF on button, which I also love, and here's the switch to switch from photo, video, or S&Q mode. And it has the subtle branding right here on the bottom right corner on the back. It also has a couple of new photo styles to the usual lineup, and one of those is like a monochrome, which you did see in the LUMIX G9 II and I think the S1 II as well. But one of the most popular photo styles of the Japan trip was L Classic Gold, which gives a really nice warm tone on the shots, almost like the color of the camera. It's kind of cool, and everyone was loving it. Now, as with all LUMIX cameras, there are heaps of custom buttons, function buttons that you can program to do all sorts of great things. I will be going over in detail in a future video what I like to set up with the function buttons and what you can use as function buttons. In fact, you can even use the little aspect ratio dial on the lens here as a function button. So as usual, many possibilities. And there's even 5 custom settings. So if you are switching from, say, a sports mode to a landscape mode or anything in between, you can just preset those up in the custom modes here. And speaking of action, this camera also includes the new Urban Sports setting for autofocus. And I've used this Urban Sports setting in very crazy situations, and I have to say it works really well. For the rest of this video, I will show you a bunch of photos that I took in Japan. Now, I was only there for basically 4 nights. I think I just got over the jet lag, and I have to say hello, big shout out to my LUMIX creators that I met, and I love you all. It was so inspiring to be in the zone with all of you experiencing this new camera. And thank you again to LUMIX, and I hope you like my photos. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I will see you soon with another video about the LUMIX L10. The LUMIX L10 is not the perfect camera, but do I feel joy when using it? Yeah, and I won't hesitate to pick it up for holidays, photo walks, and street photography. Arigato gozaimasu, LUMIX and Japan. Hope to see you again soon.